So for today, meron tayong special guest which is Miss Melanie, and ito ay special kasi every mother is special. So, happy Mother's Day. And for today is ating magdi-deep dive tayo dun sa experience mo as a mom. By the way, ang topic for today is about being a teenage mom. So, ilang taon ka nung nagkaroon ka ng first baby?
Yeah, I got pregnant when I was 14 and I gave birth when I was 15. So, 15 years old po ako nung nanganak na ako.
Okay. So, anong buhay mo that time, at that age, bago ka nagbuntis?
Yeah, at that age, before that, I used to sing. I used to sing and dance. So, I'm very introverted person and siguro ako lang yung batang literal na talented na na gusto mag-exist sa mundo kasi I'm not too much friendly pero parang I'm exposed ganon. So parang child star ang dating nung kabataan ko ganon because I used to sing and dance sa schools, sa mga election campaigns nung bata ako ganon. Kasi we have our own sound system nung bata.
Sa bahay.
Yeah.
Nice. But did you dream about to be like a performer talaga sa TV, ganon?
Actually, ito yung isang maganda na realization ko habang when I heal my inner child or my childhood. Kasi I grew up alone here in Manila when I was 14 or 15 na nung pinanganak ko na yung baby ko. And then nag I also tried to audition sa mga starstruck, gano'n. Pero yes, parang artista din po talaga ako nung bata. Kasi parang I really don't want fame, pero it's just that siguro my father is like really, he has the ability to discern kung ano yung kayang gawin ng tao. Kasi talagang pinush niya ako eh. Unconsciously, hindi ko namamalayan. Sabi ko, number one fan ko pala yung tatay ko. Kasi hindi ko siya na-appreciate before. Nagagalit lang ako because I do not appreciate the talents that I have. So, siya yung nakakakita pala ng talent ko na kaya pala niya ako pinupush kumanta.
Okay.
Yes, and it's just that, of course, unforeseen events in our life is surprises. So, may mga nangyari na because it already started to have like dysfunction within from a family. So, doon kaya I got pregnant at that early age kasi of course sometimes family is not perfect and life is not really it is not really perfect na it will flow smoothly every time. So, there's always a rough road na may mapagdadaanan tayong unforeseen in circumstances na hindi natin masasabi kung ano yung magiging result kasi at by that time hindi rin natin and we are not also capable of thinking about the results of our actions when we are very young.
Oo.
Yes.
Pero anong pangarap mo nung mga time na yon?
Gusto ko maging abogado eh. Gusto ko maging abogado. Nung bata pa lang ako, when I was 5 years old, yun na talaga yung dream ko. Kasi, yun nga, na-mention ko na there's always circumstances that can change our life. Kasi, yung father ko, and then yung cousin ko, sinaksak niya yung tatay ko. So, in front of me, so naging witness talaga ako. So, nagkaroon ng ganong klaseng tragic memories or incidents sa buhay ko. So, it will affect you pala. Kasi parang from there, nag-start yung desire ko to be a lawyer. And it follows the other circumstances that I was being harassed and I was like sexually harassed from everywhere. Kasi nga, di ba, nung bata kasi ako, kung makikita mo talaga ako, parang akong Barbie, gano'n. Parang, as in, hindi ko din alam eh, pero ito ko na lang na-realize na maganda pala ako. Na maganda pala ako nung time na, kasi when your family or someone when you were growing up, then validate or then acknowledge of what you have, sooner or later, hindi mo din palang namamalayan na, I'm already creating my own perspective about myself. Ganon. So, parang ikaw din mismo, napoperceive mo na yung sarili mo sa mga bagay na hindi ka sure because there's already unrecognized pattern because of the traumatic experiences that you've been through. Kasi di ba parang magkakaroon siya ng void, kumbaga isang malaking baso siya and then pag nagkalamat hindi na flawless yung ano. So ganun din pala ang utak natin ng mga tao and as a human being or as a growing adult ganyan. There's always we really need to be tough and resilient pala every time. So resiliency lang po pala talaga dapat yung kailangan nating mapag-aralan in times of circumstances.
Oh, I see. So, yung scenario na yun is talagang sa harap mo nangyari.
Yes, oo. Kaya from there, dun ko nga actually going back, nag-backtrack talaga ako what happened to our life. Kasi nakita ko naman na okay yung buhay namin eh. Okay yung buhay namin, mahal na mahal ako ng tatay ko, ganyan. So, alam, parang tong detox ba to? Hindi kasi 'di ba, when we are sharing, we really need to dig deeper like about our life of what you've been through talaga. Hindi dito ko na-realize na you can skip your reality talaga. You can skip your reality kasi dito na pumapasok yung about the mental health of my father, how it affects how it affects my father's mental health doon sa nangyari. Kasi ganun pala when we are having a relationship, it really needs to have the balance of when we are having a relationship with our like halimbawa asawa, we really need to be considerate po pala about the well-being and about the self or about the character of a person. Kasi pag wala po pala talaga yung foundation, who are you? Hindi mo rin pala alam kung ano yung mga gagawin mo in the future and hindi mo rin pala alam yung purpose mo or kasi in life po pala you really need to find your purpose in life for you to be in the right direction kasi lahat po pala naniniwala ko doon sa Bible verse na kasi lahat ng pinanganak kong bata kasi di ba parang unwanted pregnancy sila eh.
Oh.
So all of them are unwanted pregnant. And not really all of them. The second and third. The first and third. Kasi yung second is plan ko siya. So that's why, di ba, nakita mo yung journey nung motherhood ko that time. It's really different from being an young adult mother or compared to the teenage mom.
Mm-mm.
Kasi when you are a teenage mom, it's like parang, your body physically is already gave birth, but unconsciously because you are not really aware of the circumstances or the results of your actions of how is it to be a mother. So, doon ko napagtanto na, oh my, kasi di ba I already bring this up when we're talking sa meeting na sabi ko, ibang-iba pala talaga yung nanay ka. Kasi pag nanay ka, consciously that you're already prepared mentally, emotionally, iba pala yung atake nun, iba pala yung approach mo doon sa circumstances that you already gave birth. And you already went through those kinds of process na, oh, I got pregnant, ganon. Kasi nung teenage ako, nung 14 years old kasi ako, hindi ko siya namalayan. Hindi ko namalayan na, ay, nanay na pala ako. So parang unconsciously, lumaki lang yung tiyan ko, nagkaroon lang ng bata sa loob. And then, the time comes na I already need to give birth to the innocent soul. So parang, sabi ko, hala, parang ang bilis, 30 minutes lang kasi ako nanganak.
Ang bilis.
Diba? So parang,
Kasama na labor doon, hindi?
yes, actually 30 minutes ako nag-labor. And then, 30 minutes lang din ako nanganak. So, parang hindi ko siya maalala. Wala akong maalala. So, parang dumaan lang yung pangyayari. So, wala talaga masyadong memories. Tsaka sa bahay lang ako nanganak that time. Yes. Hindi na ako umabot sa hospital kasi nga, parang puputok na yung panubigan ko. And then, tumawag kami ng kumadrona that time. Ayun, so, nanganak na ako dun sa first baby ko. Actually nga, isa pa yan, na naging struggle ko as a teenage mom. Kasi di ba when we are teenager, we really don't know the process of everything. Like, pag nanay ka na, kasi mga papel-papel na pala yun eh. So, ako that time, so parang, siguro, now, na-address ko tuloy na, oo nga, my mother, sometimes it's just our perspective and our knowledge and learnings that separate us from our loved ones because we have different perspective. Kasi now, ngayon ko lang na-address na, sabi ko, siguro by that time, the only thing that they know na the right process or the right thing to do is, it's like, parang, they acknowledge my son as their own. Oo. So, hindi nakapangalan sa akin yung baby ko.
Yung first baby mo?
Yeah. So, parang kapatid ko siya sa, di ba uso yun before? Di ba ganun yung mga eksena before eh. Di ba? Nung hindi pa masyadong naganap yung teenage pregnancy. So, parang ang mangyayari, magiging kapatid. Actually, ang dami ng mga batang 90s na nakaranas ng pagbubuntis. Di ba? Sila yung mga nakaranas ng mga ganong circumstances and experiences na i-acknowledge ng parents nila yung baby nila to be their own. Para minsan ang kulit din nung cycle or ng belief ng tao kasi tulad nun. They will acknowledge the child of their child then. So parang para sa kanila pala it's like they are saving your dignity. And then siguro ang kulit eh kasi feeling child star yung ako sa amin. Kaya siguro may ganong pangyayari. So sabi ko nga, ganun pala talaga. It's like, it's just sometimes yung perspective natin, it will separate us from everyone around us kasi hindi tayo magkakatulad. So, as time goes by, ngayon, na-address ko na, sabi ko, we have different ways of looking at things lang pala. Kasi kung nakita ko siya on my perspective that my mom is just only doing the right thing for me to save my reputation. And kasi di ba pag bata ka, hindi ka pwedeng parang, nakakahiya. Kasi di ba sa province, ganun sila eh, di ba? Nakakahiya, nanganak ka ng maaga, ganyan-ganyan. So parang, okay, so naguluhan din ako that time. So parang, approaching the motherhood at a young age, so parang, paano ko ba gaganapan to? Ano ba talaga ng role ko? Kasi, parang ang alam ko, nagti-10-20 pa lang ako.
Oo, 14 ka lang.
Parang nagti-10-20 pa lang ako noon eh.
Second year high school?
Oo, tapos kanta-kanta lang ang alam ko, workshop. Tapos ngayon, biglang may baby ka na.
Oo.
Pero hindi ko siya inalagaan that time kasi nga, on my body, yes, nakita, nagkaanak ako. I gave birth and, di ba parang unconscious ka talaga, parang okay, naglabas ka lang ng bata. Pero, emotionally, psychologically, mentally, parang, hindi siya nag-sink in sa akin. So, naiwan yung process ng pagiging motherhood ko. I continue my life. I continue living like
14 years old.
Oo, kasi, reaching my dreams, pero because of what happened kasi, when you are a teenage mom, andun na din kasi yung reputation and dignity sa school naman.
Oo.
Sa school naman yung other side of struggle mo in life, in reality that, when I'm at this age, my classmates are kasi hindi pa naman ganun ka-mature yung mga hindi pa naman ganun ka-exposed that time yun, di ba? Like 90s, batang 90s is like not really exposed with social media like unlike now.
Wala pa.
So before, Yahoo Messenger pa lang, tsaka Friendster. Di ba? So, sabi ko, hindi pa naman ganun kalaganap, pero iba pala talaga yung like when you are aware that when you are doing something, alam mo na pala dapat yung mga nangyayari. Maybe it's just because ako kasi yung bata na kasi siguro it's the environment kaya sometimes when we're growing, it's really important to have the good environment. The safe space, or that the person that will understand you, yung mga taong nakapaligid sa'yo, and who you surround yourself with. Sabi ko kasi, siguro if I'm surrounded with the people na little by little, they are giving me knowledge about pregnancy, di ba? About having a baby, di ba? Kahit mga 40 years old ka na, o pag nagkaanak ka, yung mga ganon. Dapat at the early age pala, actually, dapat approaching pala ng 12 years old, kailangan pala binibigyan na ng enlightenment and clarity yung mga bata of the life that they are going to take, like sooner or later in the future, mga ganun pala dapat binibigyan mo sila ng word of wisdom na ganun at the early age. Para whatever happens, and it also help them to always prepare them of everything of everything that is unexpectedly happen.
Kung ano magiging consequences.
Yes.
Pero nung time na yon, ang tawag dito, nung mga time na yon, alam ng mga classmate mo na nagbuntis ka or may baby ka?
Kasi lagi lang ako naglalayas. Lagi lang ako naglalayas. So yung parang bad record ako sa school namin, tsaka sa mga classmates ko. Kasi meron ng kasi medyo naging rocky na nga yung flow ng journey ng family namin. Because of what happened to my father and my cousin. So parang wala nang masyadong understanding. Nagkaroon na ng masyadong maraming gulo. And then siguro, lahat kami kasi parang lumipad eh. Yes mo yun, parang,
So meaning nung nabuntis ka is wala na yung father mo?
hindi, andun pa rin siya. Andun pa rin. My father just died last year.
Okay.
Just died last year lang. Pag nagsimula pala sa magulang, yung part na parang hindi nila maintindihan yung sarili nila, it will pass on to your children. It will pass on to your children pala na, kasi parang unconscious yung tatay, or parang he is living unconsciously. So parang, bakit ko ba ginagawa to? So parang nabubuhay lang sila, like functional depression. Like they are living their lives without purpose and without the proper alignment of what they really want in life. So nung nagkaanak lang sila, okay, nag-anak ako, kailangan ko mabuhay. Kailangan ko silang buhayin, kailangan ko maghanap ng pera. Ganun lang kababaw yung purpose ng well-being nila to just think of it na I need to work, I need to provide. Ganun lang. Because I'm a father. Ganun lang kadali, ganun lang kababaw yung perspective ng mga old generations before eh. Kasi diba, at by that time, hindi pa masyadong aware yung mga tao sa mental health.
Oo.
Diba? Actually, wala pa nga yung mga matatanda. Ano ba yung mga depression na yan? Diba? Wala naman ganun dati.
Recently lang.
So this time, parang nung na-acknowledge niya, and then sabi ko nga, dito ko na-realize na, ganun pala ka-importante yung mental health sa family. Kasi kailangan pala talaga na napaprocess natin ng maayos yung mga emotions natin, and then it's really important to validate. Kailangan natin pakinggan yung isa't isa na, you matter pala, your voice matter. So it really need to be open, and we really need to be considerate with other people's emotions, feelings like that. Pero not all the time, you really need to deal with your emotions. Sometimes it's also the best when you are growing as an adult. You also need to have control over your emotions. So we always need to control our emotions para we cannot make irrational decisions. Like doon, di ba? Kasi pag bata ka pa, emotional ka eh. So that's why I got pregnant at that early age. Kasi nung magulo na yung family, wala ka nang masyadong nakakausap, and then parang ang dami nang nangyayari. Outside of your family pa na, you will find a comfort. So parang naghanap ka ng kakampi na, oh my God, sa bahay namin wala nang nakakaintindi sa akin.
So doon mo nakilala yung father nung first time mo?
Actually, hindi. Diba, ito yung shinare ko na story. Kasi diba, nag-start na ako maglayas-layas at the age of 13. So I really have my boyfriend talaga, not the father of my child. So ang naging kwento is, dahil pag naglalayas ako, pumupunta ako dun sa boyfriend ko, syempre may family, may mother and father pa siya. So, naiintindihan nila yung part as a parent na kailangan nila ako ibalik sa family ko. So, laging kinokontak yung family ko na, andito si Melanie, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos susundin naman ako. And then, nung napagod na ako, sabi ko, sakto merong nag-message sa akin na friend ng boyfriend ko. And then, doon na pumasok na siguro sa sobrang gulo ng isip ko, nung bata ako, dahil nga ang dami nang nangyayari, hindi na kaya i-process masyado ng utak ko at the young age, ano ba itong mga nangyayari sa akin? Ano ba itong mga nakikita ko? Tama pa ba to as bata? Actually, hindi ko siya alam before. Hindi ko tinanong yung sarili ko that time. Nung medyo nagkaedad-edad na ako, nung nag-mature na ako, sabi ko, oh my God, I pity myself, I pity my younger self for what happened to me sa lahat ng naranasan ko. Kasi, when you are growing as a teenager, it shouldn't be like that pala. At that age, dapat nag-aaral ka, nakakaramdam ka ng tamang pagmamahal sa magulang, nabibigyan ka ng tamang gabay habang lumalaki kung ano ba yung mga gusto mong gawin sa buhay mo. And then, at that young age, dapat pala, unti-unting pinaparana sa'yo na ma-explore mo yung mundo na ikaw lang, na may tamang gabay at tamang pangaral, kung ano yung tamang gawin para mabuhay. Kasi meron yan there's always a factor and there's always, di ba sabi nga nila, actions have consequences. So, kaya kailangan natin, kasi nung pinanganak naman tayo dito sa lupa, wala naman talaga tayong alam, di ba? So, it's just our parents who will lead us or who will teach us kung ano yung mga bagay na dapat nating matutunan dito sa mundo.
Yes.
So, doon ko napatunayan na it's really a big part of our progress and our development on our life na there's a proper guidance with our parents pala. So, dapat pala, when we are under the management of, when we are with our family, it's really important na yung magulang natin and yung mga taong nakapaligid sa atin, it's really important na they know their position and stand on their life, with their life, na parang, what's your belief? Kasi kailangan meron ka palang moral compass. Kailangan pala meron kang moral compass to really know where you really are. Kasi pag wala kang moral compass, kasi you don't have the character and then the identity, sino ka? Diba? So, in the family pala, it's really important to have the character, especially the character from our parents, for who they are, for what they are in this kind of, in this world. So, parang, it's really important pala talaga to, actually, ang buhay pala, kala natin ganun kasimple. Hindi pala siya ganun kasimple. Like, imagine right now, we're talking about life, and then, akala natin ganun-ganun lang yung buhay. Di ba? So, oh my God, na-touch naman ako. So, we're living in purpose right now.